Dun 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 dun. Yo, man, it feels so good to be pressing this button on this wonderful day, man. Dun 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 dun. We are here for peak. We are here for peak. We are here for peak, 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 peak. Yo, man. Yo, let me tell you. Hold on. Where's the camera? Where's the camera? Where's the camera? Yo. Whoa. Do we need some more light up in here? Hold up. I thought it was... Give me a second. I can't get out of the chair today. But hold on. Let me make sure the light source is good. Goodness gracious. We're gonna get some light up in here, y'all. Alright. Hold on. Give me a second. Yeah! Alright. We're gonna be good. Yeah, you had to turn on the light. Okay. Goodness gracious. That was tomorrow's episode that just blinded me. Whoa! Alright. Are we good on audio, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know if we're good on audio, because I have a lot to say. I have a lot to say. Let me know if we're good on the audio. And then, yeah. Yo, what is going on, man? Ali G, I don't deserve this, bro. I'm late. Alright, man? I'm late. Come on, dude. I'm late, dog. I don't deserve all of these gifted memberships. Sweet mother of Flagnards, man. Yo! So, before I get into everything I've got to say, let me say what's up to the new members, because, man, we have quite a few here, even before the stream started. So, Mozari Ungonga comes in with membership to the Kingdom of Awesome Sauce. The Kingdom of Awesome Sauce. Already, the brain not functioning correctly. I appreciate you, Mozari. Thank you. Call Me Keef, who has the Drums of Liberation Joyboy profile picture. Shout out to Call Me Keef. Welcome to the Kingdom of Awesome Sauce. I appreciate you. Instant Messenger Sama. This is terrifying. Because every time Instant Messenger Sama delivers a super, I know I'm in for some peak. So, it's time, coach. Yes, Lord. Let's get it. I'm ready for some peak. Appreciate you, Instant Messenger Sama, as always. Or MU Sama. Manchester United Sama. You know what I mean? Then, Derek of Rivia comes in with a gifted membership. I appreciate you, Derek. Thank you for gifting a membership to the channel. Nothing but love to you, dog. Then, the Lonely Mage comes in and gives 5 memberships to the channel. Dude, I do not deserve this in this. Dude, I'm late. We're here on Friday. It's almost Saturday. I was about to react to this chapter within the same 24-hour time span as the Gear 5 episode. Which, by the way, will be live tomorrow for the Gear 5 episode here, 9:30, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We'll be here live no matter what. Even if I would have had to do it from a hospital bed. Even if I would have had to do it from my bed. Even if I had to do it from somebody else's bed. I promise you, no matter what would have taken place earlier this week, I was going to be here for tomorrow's episode no matter what. And whether they were going to air it, whether I was going to become it, whether someone was going to allow it, I was going to be here for tomorrow's, the anime adaptation of my favorite chapter ever. I was gonna be here. No matter what. Alright? So, we're definitely making that happen tomorrow. I can promise you. So, nothing but love to Derek and Lonely Mage, gifting memberships to the channel. Ali G, the God Hand of Finance here on the channel, comes in and gives 20 memberships to the channel on a Friday night. On a Friday night. Ali G, man. I appreciate you, dog. I appreciate all of y'all for being here. We have 241 people here on a Friday night, man. I really, really appreciate y'all. This is the latest I've done a chapter reaction since I started doing live streams. So I really, really appreciate y'all for coming in. Pluto comes in with a 5. Shout out to my dog Pluto for the Dr. Chopper Fund. For the Dr. Chopper Fund, man. In all seriousness, the series keeps delivering for me every week. Oh, I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see what this greatness is in store for us, man. Yo, did I even get... We're on chapter 1089, right? I'm so out of the loop. We're on chapter 1089, right? I want to say we are. I want to see where. Pluto, thank you, dog. I appreciate you. Nothing but love to y'all, man. RN comes in with a 2,500 CRC. It says, Joy Boy Recon has returned. Imagine Zunisha saying that with the drums popping off. So happy to see you well. RN, let me tell you something. I'm about as good up here as you could ever be, man. This week was a necessary week of introspection. And I'm so glad, that everything happened the way that God was intending it to be. But man, I'm so happy to be back physically, right? Because I just needed my body to catch up to what was up here. Up here! Brother, I would have been here on Wednesday. You have no idea how bad the entire week I just wanted to talk about Gear 5. I promise, if this wouldn't have happened, which, to anybody that's watching, I got sent to Dr. Chopper's office on Monday morning. Listen, man, on Monday morning, I was feeling fantastic. Fantastic. Happened out of the blue. Sent right into Dr. Chopper's office, made it back home, and been in recovery ever since. But by the Flagnarts, if my body would have just been a little bit better, to the point where I could have sat in this chair, oh son, the entire week, I don't care how I would have felt. It would have been Gear 5 video after Gear 5 video after Gear 5 video. Please, because I've been off social media, please let me know after we finish the chapter if there is any new information in regards to the episode tomorrow. Son, I am so hyped for this episode. I'm so hyped for this episode. But before we get into the episode tomorrow, as you already know, we are going to be here for chapter 1089. The latest installment in the final saga Oda greatness. Because I can't get out the chair, or at least I'm going to try not to leave the chair. I can, but I prefer not to. I have the Jordan jersey and the Santa hat on standby just in case, because this is Final Saga Oda we're talking about. We just came off of one of my personal favorite chapters of the year, without question. In 1088, I think. I'm already losing my mind. The Garp, Kuzan, and Kobe chapter, where Kobe uses Conquers. Garp with being frozen, and with the Kuzan greatness, the battleship bags, whatever number that chapter was. Alright, my brain is, I think it was 1088. Coming off of that chapter, I was like, yo, we're about to be in for some gas. So, coming off of that legendary chapter, we are here for the latest installment in the best-selling manga in history. What is going to be in store for us by the Flagnarts? Who knows? This is Final Saga Oda we're talking about. You know what I mean? This is the man, the myth, the legend that from the moment that I have started doing YouTube, even before that, when I was like a little toddler and Oda was releasing gas, the man hasn't stopped. So right now, we're in the middle of the best era to be a fan of what is nearly the what is nearly the best-selling comic of all time. We are here today to read the one and the only of the best-selling manga in history, One Piece! season. Yo! Let me tell y'all, we are ready. We are ready. I have been wanting to press that red button for like 5 days. That's all I want to do. So we're here, man. Hold on. Let me see. Let me make sure we're good. Oh my god, the title. The title. Hold on. Start a poll. Title. Are we reading the title? Robert, welcome to the Kingdom of Sand Hats. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Truly, truly appreciate you, dog. Read title. Safe. Read title. Okay, cool. We good. We good. You know, I've been able to read the last few titles. I think. No, I wasn't able to read last week's title. Yeah, I wasn't able to read the last one. Was that the last one? No, the last one was it was like the... It was something spooky. I'm trying to remember. It was like the final choice. It was something like that. Whatever it was. But yeah, I didn't get a chance to read that one until after the chapter ended. So never mind. All right, let's get into the chapter. Message. Selva once again. I don't know if you're here because you're probably serving pancakes right now. But thank you for sending the link to the chapter. I appreciate you. Where is it? Here it is. So we're safe. 94% yes. So we're good this week for a chapter title reading. All right. The cover of Shonen Jump? Oh, yo, the Monster Trio and Dr. Chopper. So not only did I get a visit, or I should say I visited Dr. Chopper, but we've got the Monster Trio here too, all ready for the Gear 5 episode. The JJK boys, My Hero boys, my Blue Box, shout out to Blue Box, Akane Banashi. Yo, Derek of Rivia, I just finished last week, or the week before. I know you were asking about if I was caught up to Akane Banashi. Just caught up again. Man, we are in some serious peak right now in Akane Banashi, man. I'm working my way right now through Sakamoto Days, getting caught back up to that. That stuff has been fantastic as well. A lot of great stuff here, man. A lot of stuff that I need to read, but and catch up to. But I'm behind around 3 chapters on JJK. Caught up on Blue Box. Regardless, I'm not caught up on Blue Box either. I'm behind just as many chapters as JJK. Regardless, we're here for the greatness. We're here for the best-selling manga in history, alright? We're here. Okay, we actually have Oda's notes this week. Sorry about the patchy release schedule recently, but hey, the Netflix show is right around the corner, and the Universal Ice Show is coming too. Universal Ice Show? Oh, God, Kuzan. This man, he's such a sicko. He's such a maniac that he's referring to Kuzan potentially killing one of the major characters as the Universal Ice Show. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The Netflix show is just around the corner. And the Universal Ice Show is coming soon. Oh my goodness, man. I thought it already happened. Well, at least we know more Kuzan greatness is incoming, you feel me? On top of whatever ice skating show they're doing in Japan, we know Kuzan greatness is coming. Yo, that's wild, man. I didn't even know they were still doing Universal Ice shows for One Piece. I remember that. I think that was a thing a few years ago. Regardless, let's see. One Piece chapter 1089, Under Siege. Under siege? Of what? Is that Nami? Is that the cow pig thing again? Or is that just a cow? No, it's a cow pig! Bro, this thing needs to stop showing up out of nowhere in my manga. No, this isn't the cow pig thing. This is just a cow. Is that a cow with a tattoo? No, this is a bull! Wait a minute, bro. You remember the bull from Arlong Park? With the what was his name? Moo Moo? Did this thing fuse with the cow pig thing? Look at this thing, bro. Look at it, the tattoo on his shoulder. He looks like he's Roman Reigns. Like he's the leader of the bloodline. This man has a nose ring the size of my head, rocking the bloodline tattoo while speaking to Nami. The stars outside... Oh, this is a note from Sanji. The stars outside shine almost as beautifully as you, Nami-san. Would you like to come watch them with me? So Sanji sent a note to the cow pig thing. Thanks, but I saw them earlier. Not the rejection in 4K. Is that Sanji in the background? Is this man Sanji looking through the window? Yo, what is going on, man? What is going on? Alright. So, Nami's riding some gas. Sanji's in the background, looking through the window. And you've got Mr. Cowbull, with the Roman Reigns tattoo. And they're exchanging notes here. Alright? This is definitely an Oda cover page if I've ever seen one. Alright? Cover request by Parko, a cow serves... Okay, so confirmation, it's just a cow. It's just a cow. A cow serves Nami a late-night mug of warm milk while she works on her sea charts. Whoever requested... Parko, brother, I don't know if you watch the channel, but man, this is some real humor. Alright, this is some real humor. It is some real humor right here. Yo, Parko, dog, I don't know what you got going on, but this is crazy. This is crazy. So shout out to Nami, shout out to the cow, not a pig, but a cow, and Sanji in the background. So let's get into the chapter. Let's get into East Blue. East Blue Fuchsia Village. Did I click on the right chapter? Yeah, I've never seen this cover page before, I promise. I promise. East Blue Fuchsia Village. News races around the... It's an around the world chapter? In the middle of the arc? News races around the world. We're cutting to... Fuchsia Village in the middle of an arc? It's gotta be about the Garp thing then. Did you hear about Garp-san? There it is. Oh my god. Bro, remember we were talking about in the most recent chapter reaction, we were talking about how Dodon and individuals like this would respond to hearing such news. And Oda was like, brother, I got you in the next chapter. Did you hear about Garp-san? missing in action on Pirate Island. What's that mean? It doesn't say dead, right? I feel bad for the people of Fuchsia Village, you know. They had to deal with the Sabo news. And then directly after the Sabo news, they had to do a Garp news. With some Luffy greatness in between, like, yeah, my boy, he's an emperor. But in between those two pieces of information, Sabo commits a war crime of the highest order that had even dragon sweating. And then you have Garp right now missing in action. Like, the poor people in Fuchsia Village, they just cannot catch a break. They can't catch a break. They cannot catch a break. Oh my god, it's Whoop Slap. Whoop Slap in my Whoop Piece in 2023. Was Oda just in an East Blue mood? Last chapter, he gave us an East Blue cover page, or color spread, which was phenomenal, for the live action. So I'm going to assume he must have watched those live action episodes. He was like, you know what, man, I had some really great characters back in that East Blue saga. Let me go ahead and cut back to the East Blue real quick, man. So we see Makino in the background, and my dog Whoopi. There's no need to worry about him, he's a living legend. Tell him again, Whoop. He lived through it. Whoop Slap lived through it, man. You know who Whoop Slap is? Whoop Slap is me telling my future children how amazing the golden era of the Big Three was. Ooh, I'm gonna be like, yo, don't worry about Oda. Don't worry about Kubo, Kishimoto, Togashi, Sriracha. They were delivering that gas. Each and every single week, I lived through it. I lived through it. So don't worry about him. He's a living legend. We experienced real shonen. Whoop Slap is like, son, I saw that man in the newspaper boxing Roger. Boxing the king of the pirates. He was out here known as Garp's equal, or Roger's equal. The Rocks news may not have gotten out of there, but you know something? Somebody of Whoop Slap's caliber probably sensed the Rock's greatness happening over there in God Valley and said, that's that guy. All the way back in his time period, he sensed it. His scanner sensed it. Like he was Gohan going Super Saiyan 2. His scanner sensed it. He was like, no, that's that guy. That's him. That's the hero. That's the grandpappy of the future king of the pirates. That's the grandpaps of the individual who's gonna bring legendary status to this village. That's all I know. That's all I know. Let me pull up the thing real quick. I just want to make sure the lighting is good. But he's like, yo, Whoop Slap is like, brother, I know this, man. I know this. Yeah, the mayor's right. Kia, you think this is funny? You. This man said, yo, you think this is a game? You think I'm playing? You think this stuff is a joke, son? I ain't playing no games. You think this is funny? You've got a Shanks' son here. Wah! Sorry, I didn't realize it was you. So poor Figureland Recon. The only thing Saint Figureland Recon, Shanks' son, tried to do was laugh. Like he was the king, like he was Luffy. And Whoop Slap was like, dog, you think this is funny? And then the poor guy, Saint Figureland Recon, starts crying. Sorry, I didn't realize it was you. He was like, my bad, Holmes. My bad. Bro, I think... There we go. We're good. My bad. I didn't realize half the camera was cut off. I guess we're... Bro, look at Luffy right here. I see him in the corner of my eye. I guess we're a little on edge over Garp's son. So you see Makino holding on to me. The baby's even starting to recognize Luffy's face from all the photos. Two-piece! The two-piece protagonist. So now we're going to have a battle. Now the battle for the two-piece protagonist is me versus Vicky the Viking from chapter, 1076. So we're going to have me going up against Vicky the Viking. Who's going to win that battle? Who do you think's going to win that battle? Ask LeBron. Be like, yo, I knew when I saw St. Figurel in Recon that he was going to win that battle. Ask your boy. Ask your boy, man. Yo, he's already recognizing Luffy's face from all the photos. He's destined for greatness. Destined. When you start recognizing greatness, that's how you know you're going to be the guy. That's how you know. You really love seeing Big Bro Luffy, don't you? Bah! He's even doing the goat sound! Bah! You can't make this up! It's not me, it's the manga! He did the bah! Oh, Lord, nah, bro. Forgive me, Vicky the Viking, this is the real protagonist of Two Piece. Is it any more clear? Bah! Are you kidding me? Garp, Luffy, what are you doing? And then poor Dodon has to deal with this. Wait, I just realized, bro, Luffy's name is in the newspaper. It's gotta be for the Egghead thing, then. Oh, God almighty. Go on. Oh, Flagnards. Garp, Luffy, what are you doing? So that means this must be covering a newspaper article for something that's going to happen, right? Or something that Big News Morgans, that when we saw him talking about, is covering the stuff that's currently taking place on Egghead. So we have Luffy with the Egghead stuff from what Morgans was talking about a couple chapters ago. And then, of course, Garp with the news that we just saw. Garp, Luffy, what are you doing? Huh? East Blue. More East Blue? Is that Loketown? Oh my god, it's Loketown, bro. What? This is crazy. This is good. You have Danny, you have a Travolta right here with his leather jacket like he's in Greece. Oh, that's how you know it's about to be crazy, man. East Blue. Ooh, Kia! Earthquake. Earthquake? Who's here? Who's causing earthquakes? Is that fake Nami on the left? The return? Is that a fake Kuma in the middle? Whoa, wait just a second, bro. We might be onto something. We've got a fake Kuma in the middle. We got fake Nami on the left. Whoa. Hold up. So we're catching on to something. The South Blue. So we're just going all over the blues now? Okay, so there's an earthquake popping off in the East Blue. An earthquake. They're running. Something's happening in the East Blue. The South Blue. It's a tsunami. Get to a tsunami. Whitebeard's fruit. Whitebeard's fruit. That's the only explanation. If it's causing tsunamis, brother, listen to me. When Marineford, when that greatness was popping, all right. The scene I saw more than any other that was reposted to YouTube when the anime adaptation dropped was Whitebeard tilting the seas. I know Whitebeard's ability better than I know the back of my hand. So it's gotta be Blackbeard. Are you telling me Blackbeard's ability is reaching all the way down here, or is it something else? It's a tsunami, get to higher ground. No, the narrator. The narrator's back? Brother, this man's getting paid. Has the narrator ever had this many lines in a row? This man is getting paid. No earthquake in recorded history. West Blue. Bro, we're going all over the blues. The bridge is falling. Match the one felt on the no earthquake in recorded history. Match the one felt on that day. The North Blue. It caused North Blue. Law? It caused untold destruction across the entire world. Oh, I gotta read that one more time. No earthquake in recorded history matched the one felt on that day. It caused untold destruction across the entire world. I apologize. It's just I'm a big fan of Law's flashback. So whenever I saw the background here, that's the first thing I thought of. Regardless, no earthquake in recorded history matched the one felt on that day. It caused untold destruction across the entire world. So this is an earthquake that was felt throughout the entire planet. Dude, it has to be Black. But bro, what makes me question whether this is actually Blackbeard's ability doing this is if this is in the present time, that means he's boxing someone right now, right? Who's he boxing? Who's he boxing? It caused untold destruction across the entire world unless something else caused that earthquake. What is this? Is that Laboon? Is this the final chapter of the series? What's going on? Am I reading a spoiler? Grand Line, we see Laboon! Dog, I didn't think I was gonna see Laboon again. I swear until the end of the series. Until we reached the Grand Line again, I was like, we're not seeing the boy again. Iceberg! Oh no, this is the final chapter. This is it. It's over. No one could determine the epicenter. Hina? So the significance of this geological event went... Is that a Momo? I can't leave the chair. I can't leave the chair. Bro, you can't hit me! You can't hit me with Laboon, Iceberg, Hina, and then Adult Momo! No! Bro! Yo! Those are four individuals. Well, not Hina, I just saw Hina. But Iceberg, Laboon, and then Momo? Oh, wait. Hold up, bro. Wait just a minute. That calls for a Santa hat right there, man. Yo, that's Laboon, bro. You know what I mean? Bro, that's Laboon, and it's Momonosuke. What is happening? Unbeknownst to the people, get to the hilltop, a kingdom known as Lelucia. Oh God! Oh God! Why is Instant Messenger Sama on the same page as Laboon and Momo? Are those Impel Down prisoners? What's happening? Unbeknownst to the people, get to the hilltop. A kingdom known as Lucia, we see celestial dragons, was erased from the map only 6 days prior. And we cut over. Bro, we've gotten more chapters with Instant Messenger Sama in the final saga than we have Shanks chapters. 1054, 1055, 1076, 1079, 4 chapters. I've seen Instant Messenger Sama more times than Shanks in the final saga. Bro, I promise, Instant Messenger Sama was the last person I was expecting to see. So it wasn't Blackbeard, it was the kingdom of Lelucia getting erased. Oh my goodness, bro. Laboon iceberg. Look at Tilestone. We have Tilestone in a manga panel in 2023 next to Momonosuke. Is Yamato there? Next to Momonosuke and Instant Messenger Sama. Yo! Oh my gosh, bro. So Instant Messenger Sama, there's no... what in the world is that hole? That thing looks like Zunisha just stepped on it. Brother, you could reach Kaido with that thing. Screw Kaido, you could reach Roger. You could reach Roger if you jump into that hole. Are you... bro, look at the size of this thing. It's a hole in the middle of the ocean. So this is where Leloucia obviously was, right? So you have water. We've reached the spot where the kingdom was. Are they speaking to Instant Messenger Sama? Is this the Gorosei? Is this Saint Jupiter? Is it Marcus Mars? Is it the finance god? Who is it? I know it's not Garcia. Who is it? Is it Figureland? Is it me? There's no trace of it left, just a massive hole. It's like a circular waterfall in the middle of the sea. This is crazy. We can't sail any closer, but it doesn't look like the hole will collapse in on itself. Bro, how does something like that even happen? The ensuing earthquakes caused the global sea level to rise by approximately 1 meter. That was a Toriko narration if I've ever seen one. The ensuing earthquakes caused the global sea level to rise by approximately 1 meter. Brother, that's a lot. That is a lot. Caused by this one destructive moment to the kingdom of Leloucia. Dude, I can't get over the size of this hole, bro. Pause. There's no trace of it left. Just a massive hole. It's like a circular waterfall in the middle of the sea. We can't sail any closer, but it doesn't look like the hole will collapse in on itself. You know, I might have been, even with how much we were hyping up the mother frame, I don't think I hyped it enough. This is like catastrophic damage that lasts. Because, you know, it's like awakening a fruit, where this is damage that like lasts forever. So if this is something that lasts forever, this is going to change the entire course of like the One Piece world. Like, you can't erase this. You feel me? Like, something else, obviously, God Valley, quote-unquote, never existed. Ohara, it never existed, right? These things got deleted. But when you cause this, somebody's going to run into this eventually. They're going to be like, what in the world is this massive hole, and what caused it? That's wild, man. I gotta read this one more time. The ensuing earthquakes caused the global sea level to rise by approximately 1 meter. For my Toriko fans, please tell me that is not Toriko narration right there, bro. That's crazy, man. No one could determine the epicenter, so the significance of this geological event went unnoticed. Unbeknownst to the people, a kingdom known as Leloucia was erased from the map only 6 days prior. The ensuing earthquakes caused the global sea level to rise by approximately 1 meter. Let's move on, because I can't get over this, man. Many of the world's shores, the Kamabaka Queendom, that is happening. That's Ivankov. The tide has never gotten this high before. It will recede eventually, won't it? Oh man, and we're starting to see the actual effects around the world. Obviously, right, because we saw the massive tsunami happening in the South Blue. We saw the earthquake happening in Loketown. Many of the world's shores were lost beneath the waves. How are we meant to run on the beach now? Bro, I'm kind of scared to look down, bro. Instant Messenger Sama is a sicko. Instant Messenger Sama is a sicko. Instant Messenger Sama super chats €5. Puts a smiley face and a massive hole. A humongous hole. Gloating. Bragging. About the fact that he just changed the whole world. Goodness gracious, man. Many of the world shores, what is happening? The tide has never gotten this high before. It will recede eventually, won't it? We're lost beneath the waves. How are we meant to run on the beach now? And some islands were submerged entirely. Some islands were submerged entirely. Everything's flooded. We can't stay here. There's a shark in my house. Reports of flooded islands are still coming in. Reports of flooded islands. So they're over here. They're on rafts. They're trying to get out of here. And apparently a shark's in someone's house. Jaws pulled up to someone's house. Now, I don't know if they're trying to make a joke about this, but apparently there's a shark in someone's crib. You can't make this up. It shouldn't be high tide yet. I'm sure to get a big catch in a day like this. You numbskull going fishing right now would be suicide. Whoop slap. Bro, the entire planet is feeling this, man. The entire planet. New world. We're finally back. We are finally back home. New world. Egghead, the island of the future. Oh my goodness. Woo! Hold up, man. Hold up. I gotta get ready, bro. Because if Oda spent the rest of the chapter hyping up Instant Messenger Sama, Danielle C, I didn't think about that. Danielle C puts a 1-month membership and says, the Ennie's lobby hole. I knew that thing looked familiar, bro. What does that mean then? Wait, that changes the entire scope of things. Hold up, wait just a second. I thought that was the first time they used the mother frame. Dude, thank you for pointing that out. Thank you for pointing that out. We'll talk about that after the chapter. We're at Egghead right now. I'm sorry, we're at Egghead. But no, that is very interesting. I did not think about that. Yeah, it's so true. It's just like Annie's lobby. When you look down and everything's just submerged. Yeah. New World, Egghead, the island of the future. Let's go. We're seeing the battleships. They're pulling up to Egghead. Oh my god. Sea levels have risen worldwide. Yes, sir, we're at a loss. The narrator's back. A massive force has surrounded the island, possessing more than enough firepower to put a buster call to shame. Oh my goodness. A massive force has surrounded the island, possessing more than enough firepower to put a buster call to shame. A buster call. A thing that was called upon to several different islands to erase their existence. This is something that goes way beyond that. Way beyond that. To put a buster call to shame? The fleet is compromised of over 100 ships. Oh my god, bro. Hold on. Give me a sec. Give me a sec, hold on. Okay, no, we're good. But I got a message from my school. I got worried there for a second. Yeah, when you get a message from university out of nowhere, it's like, hold up, wait a minute. All right, we're back. I was about to say, even my university is feeling the shift in the waters. Regardless, a massive force has surrounded the island, possessing more than enough firepower to put a Buster Call to shame. The fleet is comprised of over 100 ships of various size and class. Bro, I still can't get over it. It's 100 ships. Guys, we had 50 at Marineford. We're having 100 here. 100! We've got the giraffe thing. From the beginning of the arc. The giraffe, a mechanical thing. There are 20 great warships among them. It's a mecha monster. So obviously, Vegapunk has something in store to not necessarily guard against this, but he has security in place. And a total of 30,000. And a total of 30,000 Marines. If this was Power Warriors, I'd be salivating. The giraffe gets lasered. Please tell me that's who I think it is. Please tell me. I have been waiting and waiting every single week since this was announced. Every single week, man, I have been waiting day in and day out. When is my dog gonna show up? When is Mr. Otototo gonna show himself once again in the manga? Please let this laser. As much as I feel sorry for Jeffrey the giraffe from Toys R Us, please tell me this is my dog Borsalino, bro. Please tell me Kizaru is the one who just obliterated this giraffe. And a total of 30,000 Marines. Kiwa! Sentomaru. Hey, Unk. My boy is here, man. We're ready. We're ready, son. We're ready. I love Sentomaru refers to him as Unk. Like Kizaru's Shannon Sharp. Didn't I just tell you not to lay a hand on the weaponized sea beasts? They started it. Not Kizaru be like, they started it. This operation is being spearheaded by 9 Navy HQ Vice Admirals. Now, normally, guys, when the Vice Admirals show up, that's when I fall asleep. You know what I mean? These individuals have been getting bodied far too long. But because it is the siege here, taking place on Egghead Island, based on the title, based on what we've seen, with Mr. Borsalino pulling up, with the entire squad pulling up, with 100 battleships pulling up, with 30,000 Marines pulling up, I'm gonna put some hype on these individuals. I never give hype to the 9 Vice Admirals from Navy Headquarters. I don't care. I don't care about the Vice Admirals, but we're changing the narrative today. We are changing the narrative in the agenda here on the channel. I'm going to put some hype and excitement on the Vice Admirals. Let's get excited, man. Listen, the more excited I get, the more hype it's going to be when the boys pull up and take care of business. You feel me? I mean, that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. The Vice Jobbers is exactly how I feel. But whoever said that in the comment section, you are absolutely right. The Vice Jobbers, man. The Vice Jobbers. They just always get bodied, alright? But we're placing hype on them today. At least they have cool characters. Oh my goodness, look at how many look at how many chins he has. Wait, bro, we might have a top tier. So we've got Longbeard here. We have Doll, which Doll, love you. We've got My Mustache. We've got Beard with Whitebeard's hair and the Peter Griffin chin. We have a guy with an awesome mustache and beard. Yo, this guy is rocking the full-blown extravaganza here, bro. This man has the full-blown beard. He has a fin up here. Looks like a blade. This guy is cool. He's gonna get one-shotted, but he looks cool. But this guy in the middle, dude, that is a top tier. I've never seen... Somewhere here in the chat said, Chin Chin no Mi. I've never... Dude, he looks like Patrick Star if he was One Piece-ified. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chins. The Crimson Chin doesn't even compare to what I'm looking at. This is crazy, bro. This brother right here is bare minimum, one of the God Knights, one of the Holy Knights. This man is here to protect and maintain his own ninja way. This brother is here as the true protector of St. J. Garcia Saturn. You take one look at this guy right here, and even Bogart is like, whoa, my bad. Alright? So then we have suit and tie. Then we have... Is this person trying to be like a swagged out version of flippin'... This is what you get for being sick all week, man. What's her name? Miss Buckingham Stussy. Buckingham Stussy, the original. A swagged out, older version of Miss Buckingham Stussy. And then right here at the end, we have someone with oar's teeth. And with a marine top hat, which looks pretty cool. Regardless, Doll and Big Chin, and then the guy on the right, which looks really cool. Those are the three that, even when they get one-shotted, respect. Admiral Kizaru, there he is. He's eating ramen. Brother is eating ramen. He's pulling up on the future king of the pirates. He's pulling up on individuals within this crew that could easily take the man on. I mean, not easily. That's too much. Kizaru's that guy. But I believe in my brothers. I believe in my crew. And he's nonchalantly eating ramen like he's Naruto. Admiral Kizaru. He's eating ramen. You aren't making this easy for me, Sentomaru-kun. Can't you just come out and surrender? Fat chance. We'll be ready if you try something like that again, Unk. Shannon Sharp. Navy Admiral Kizaru Borsellino. So, he's eating... Yo, I gotta give respect to Borsellino, man. He's rocking it. That's my dog right there, bro. Always will be. Oh my. I'm absolutely terrified. Grandpa Punk based the pacifista's lasers off of the research he did on your powers. Oh man, that's so dope. We get a flashback here of a young Sentomaru, a young Vegapunk, and a young Kizaru, and he looks up at the sky with a laser. Kizaru's dying in this arc. I just saw a flashback panel of Kizaru. Oh man, someone's catching a body. Kizaru's getting wrecked. A flashback panel of Kizaru? This brother is getting wrecked. I can't believe you're here to kill him. Sentomaru-kun, no one can protect him from his own choice to research the Void Century. I am just a cog in the machine. Man. It's like when you hear someone who's actually of very high status say something like that, it carries different type of weight, you know. He's like, he understands his role. I'm just a cog in the machine. That's so cool. Vegapunk Kizaru Sentomaru. No one can protect him from his own choice to research the Void Century. Just a cog in the machine. Anyway, this fight isn't exactly in our best interest. Everything we break is a net loss for us. At this point, I think it's fair to assume that Robert D. Lucci and the others failed to complete their assassination mission. Let them know, Sentomaru. Let them know that at this point in time, your boy Robert D. Lucci is tag teaming with us. He's tag teaming with us. Let them know, Sentomaru. Thanks to the Straw Hats. And inside. Hold up, dude. Inside a certain warship, this man Garcia Saturn is eating a loaf of Cuban bread with a fork. I've never seen someone eat a loaf of Cuban bread with a fork. How can you look at this and not say he's top tier? With a fork? He's eating a baguette. A baguette with a fork. Dog, does anybody... I might as well put up a poll. Have you ever eaten a baguette, some French bread, some Cuban bread, any type of bread, with a fork? This man is eating a whole loaf. Make sure no one knows I am here. I mean, it's a little late for that. Everyone's gonna see the man eating a loaf of bread with a fork? Yes, sir. The Straw Hat Pirates storm Egghead to take Vegapunk hostage. This is a good article. That's what they're reading. Exactly what we were talking about earlier with Morgan's. This is what Dodon, what Whoop Slap, and all of them were looking at back in Fuchsia Village. The Straw Hat Pirates storm Egghead to take Vegapunk hostage. This is a good article. It's one of Morgan's. And what is the reality of the situation? 5 Elder Planets, Warrior God of Defense Science, J. Garcia Saturn. Yo, man. Sir, we have yet to receive any word from Cypher Pole Zero on whether their mission was a success. However, we can draw our own conclusions based on Sentomaru's resistance. It can be safely assumed that Dr. Vegapunk and his 6 satellites are up in the Labo Stratum. Oh, and we get to see the little recap pictures that we normally get in the anime. And of course we see the 6 satellites here, Vegapunk for the Stella unit, and then the Seraphim down on the bottom. Man, it feels like it's been ages since I've seen these characters. Along with the 4 Seraphim assigned to protect them. And even the Straw Hats in their Egghead outfits. And it seems likely they have joined forces with Emperor... Say it again. Say it again. Say it with your chest. And it seems likely that they have joined forces with who? With Emperor Straw Hat. Emperor Straw Hat. His crew has 10 members. And I love how Brooke just has this astronaut. Our advanced guard included 3 members of CP0. Robert, Kaku, and Stussy. How could they not... Disrespectful, bro. Disrespectful. You should have put 4 members in there. The disrespect. There were also a number of other Cypherpole agents. Fabrio Stratum. Labo Stratum. But it seems like, are we getting a recap inside of the manga to Saint J. Garcia Saturn? This is actually kind of nuts. This is pretty cool. But it seems like they've been captured in the Fabio Stratum by Sentomaru and his battalion of Mark III Pacifista. As the Frontier Dome is currently 100%, we can be certain that nobody can get in or out of the Labo Stratum. He's chewing the bread in a panel, bro. Unfortunately, we have no way of knowing what has transpired in the interior of the dome in the last day or so. And where have the researchers and workers of Egghead gone? They evacuated yesterday. Oh yeah, the night dudes are in the back. But we have tracked and confirmed the current positions of their ships. And what would we do if they got away? They might know something. Sink them immediately. It appears that Nerona dynasty blood, the instant messenger Sama savagery, the Randy Troy savage, lives supreme within each member of the Gorosei. What would we do if they got away? Sink them immediately. Look at the face he gives off. Like, man, what are you talking about? Sink him! Kill him! Execute him! Execute him! Saint Saturn, your worship, there is one more thing. The glutton jewelry Bonnie was reported to be on the island too. Ah, Kuma's daughter. Well, we no longer have any use for her. We no longer have any use for her. No longer. Y'all, when that chapter dropped with the Akainu, Bonnie, and all that thing, from then on, major speculation. Regardless, well, let's continue reading this. And, because that's fascinating. We no longer have any use for her. But given that she is just a little girl, you can leave her be. Understood. So they're coming face to face with Vegapunk's mecha monsters. Kizaru-san, bzzt, bzzt. We've picked up a transmission from Egghead. It appears to be a long-range call. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Ring, ring. The Holy Land of Marijoa. This is Marijoa. Over. Bet. Admiral, you have a black transponder snail on your left arm. Yeah? That means you can listen in. The Room of Authority. The Room of Authority? The Room of Authority? Oh, God. Hey, this is York speaking. York? Oh, here it goes, man. So we have confirmation that the other 4 members are still in the Marijoa. York comes in to call. Kizaru's gonna listen in on that call. Oh, it's you. You guys are so rude. Why are you trying to kill me too? I went out of my way to tell you about the Stella's betrayal. York! I haven't seen you in 100 years, alright? It's been a good minute. Still a baddie. You did do that. But then again, you are Vegapunk just as much as he is. If I had any interest in the Void Century, why would I blab about it? It makes no sense. That's true. So Garcia Saturn is listening to this as well. That's true. In any case, I was about to call him Gandhi again. But that would be disrespectful to the finance god. Alright? The god hand of finance. In any case, you've done well to survive this long. Didn't CP0 pay you a visit? And what happened to the Straw Hat Pirates? They're stressing my crew, dog. You gotta stop stressing my crew. Since I'm the one calling you, I'll let you take a wild guess. You do realize I had the Seraphim under my control, right? The fact that I survived the night shouldn't come as a shock. Anyway, bro, we're just gonna get all of them to... So let's hear what Saint Topman has to say here, the Monopoly man. Anyway, what's with this fleet you've got buzzing around the island? Are you trying to wage war on little old me? As a matter of fact, York. Okay, Mr. Jupiter, we've had a change of heart on that matter. Am I right in thinking that you are capable of replicating the Mother Flame alone? Ah, so they're obviously interested. But in the replication of the Mother Flame? That's interesting. Am I right in thinking that you are capable of replicating the Mother Flame alone? Meaning that if they have York, they will have no need for the Stella unit or any other Vegapunks. Oh, well, you look at that. So you do want something from me. I'm glad I sent it. Indeed, this is a special request we're acting on. A request from whom? Either way, oh, that's gotta be from Instant Messenger Sama. That's gotta be straight from the highest order, bro. From Instant Messenger Sama. A request from whom? Either way, if that's what you want. The power station I need to make it is here. I need to make it? Or is there supposed to be a sure there? I need to make sure it is here. Kanji can be read as fusion reactor. Fusion reactor. Either way, if that's what you want, the power station. Kanji read as a fusion reactor. I need to make sure, I'm going to assume that's what I mean. I need to make it is here. A request from whom? It's got to be Instant Messenger Sama. Just promise you won't lay a finger on me or my lovely laboratory. Very well. Also, I still want to be a Celestial Dragon. That can be arranged. This is so important. The replication in the Mother Flame. That they are willing to, under orders from Instant Messenger Sama, allow York to not only live, but especially as long as York can replicate this. York can become a Celestial Dragon. They won't lay a finger on York or the lovely laboratory, which we don't know if they're even going to keep that promise. Regardless, Garcia Saturn is listening to this, as is Kizaru. So we'll see what that conversation leads into, something that happens later on down the line, right? Because I'm sure that's going to come up again. That about the promise they won't lay a finger on York or the laboratory. Then you've got a deal. There's just one other thing I need you to do first. Save me. Straw Hat Luffy is here and he's gonna kill me. What? What? Oh no, what did York just do, bro? Oh no, what did York just do, dude? Save me, Straw Hat Luffy is here and he's gonna execute as he should. What? And you have 3 of the Gorosei, Garcia Saturn, and Kizaru hits him with the Nandato. Oh, my boy! I haven't seen you in over so long. The greatest to ever do it, who tomorrow is going to be starring in a 5-star classic of the anime adaptation of the greatest chapter ever made. We have the king here eating meat. Eating meat. Oh, yo, we've got the whole crew here. No, you had... Oh, the Straw Hats were... They were... They told York to send a message to the Gorosei? Listen, man. I don't care. I do not care, man. This brother and the rest of the Straw Hats just told the Gorosei, you better send some backup, 'cause we're gonna go in. Oh, man. Yo, are you kidding me? Luffy was like, yo, tell Imu, tell Garcia, tell Marcus, tell Topman, tell Jupiter, tell them all. I'm right here. Come see about me. Come see about me, son. Zoro is nonchalantly hanging a blade over York. while Usopp is the one holding the Dendenmushi. This panel is peak fiction. This panel is Go Raw Fire and peak to the max. This panel radiates the same type of energy as the panel from chapter 1055 with the monster trio and Jinbei waiting for an admiral to make his move because they didn't feel like moving. They were like, he ain't worth it. This has that energy times 50. Luffy's eating meat. Jinbei, Sanji's cooking. Frankie's eating. They're like, yo, come on. Come here. Bring him on. Jinbei, Zoro, Nami. That means they whoop the Seraphim, dog. Luffy, Sanji, Robert in the group photo? Nah! Lucci's like, I want to be on the right side of history. I'm not trying to mess with him. I'm not trying to mess with him, man. I'm not trying to mess with him, dog. Jewelry Bonnie eating a pizza. Chopper, Frankie. Vegapunk. The Stella unit. Brooke and Usopp. Where's Robin? Am I tripping? That terrifies me. But regardless, let's read the dialogue. Please crush these psychos. I see everything's finally coming into focus. I don't really get it, but we can just use her as a human shield to get away, right? My king. Does that mean we're under siege? So that's how it is. The grand conspiracy has been foiled, and the crew's all together. Wow. Break next week. Oda, take your break, brother. We'll be here no matter what. Oh, this chapter was magnificent, man. Bro, this page has to be colored. No, there's no color page? Oh, dude, I would have... This right here, I would love to have as a wallpaper. Straw Hats with Rob Lucci in the background in the group photo. Yo, so they finished them off. Dude, that is so cool. It's such a cool reversal. Normally, we would have the Straw Hats stuff on screen as we see the rest of the stuff around the world that's quote-unquote off-screen as it moves on. Oda switched it around this time, where the around the world stuff was on screen, and the finale of the battles here in Egghead were off-screened. I think that's such a cool reversal. Like, we didn't have to see it. It was more important for us to come back and see the final result and have this final page. That's so... Dude, the final... If you were to tell me the final page of this chapter is going to be York crying out, the Gorosei, Garcia Saturn, which, of course, remember the Gorosei, but I'm talking about the other ones, and Kizaru are hearing York say this. Please crush these psychos. They're letting it happen. They're like, yo, here, you want to talk to your bosses? Go ahead. Bring them on. Bring them on. We're good. Yo, bro. I love this final page, man. This final double page spread is zenith It is Zen. You know, even black and white. I gotta make this. I mean, I'm probably gonna change my wallpaper tomorrow anyway because it's the Gear 5 episode. But for right now, dude, this panel goes so hard. This panel goes so hard. This page. They're like, yo, come on. Bring them on. Bring them on, man. Dude, another magnificent chapter of One Piece. Whoop slap and Makino with me and the Ba. The earthquakes and the narrator. Laboon, Iceberg, Adult Momonosuke, Instant Messenger Sama, the hole in the world caused by the Mother Flame. We go over to the Kamabaka Queendom. Then we go to Egghead. We get a recap. The Vice Fathers, the Admirals, the Super Chin, Kizaru's eating ramen. Garcia Saturn's eating bread with a fork. And then we cut over to a conversation with the Gorosei and York. He's gonna be an all-timer. Kizaru and Garcia Saturn hearing this, they're pulling up. And we're good to go. We're all together? Oh, man, pull up. Pull up, dog. I don't care. Bring all the ships. Bring them all. Listen, man, I don't care if we skyrocket to the moon. I don't care if Luffy's like, come on, I'll take you all on. You know, we go straight up. Straight up Gear 5. Zoro, Sanji, and the boys, we just go in. We just gotta get Robin. Robin's the only one not here, so I'm going to assume, because Robin's not the only one not here, we know that she was going to enter that room, that something is going to happen that's very pivotal. There's a reason why that panel was included before we went on break, right? Or before we left Egghead. So that's going to be extremely important. But regardless, man, I love this page. I love this page, bro. I really love it, man. The Blackbeard Pirates are pulling up too. Wait, the stream died? Did the stream die? Are we good? Can you guys hear me? We good? We good now? We good? Imu almost got me? Was down just a few seconds? Okay, so it was during the discussion, it wasn't during the reaction? Or anything? Imu almost had me, bro. See, I was spitting too hard. I was spitting too hard. Super, you sent me the color page? Oh, dude, I can't wait to look at it. I'm telling you, I gotta make this thing my wallpaper, bro. It looks so sick, man. Look at Luffy, bro. It's been so long since we've seen my dog, man. Aw, Subra, you're the man, bro. Ah, this is an auto-save. Yes. Dude. Ah, perfect. I love... Yo, what a good chapter, man. This is a great chapter. Break next week, we're gonna need it. So we got this fantastic chapter. Returning to Egghead. The Blackbeard Pirates are still pulling up. We have all of them on a high alert that the boys are here and they're moving. Kizaru's about to pull up. Garcia Saturn's about to pull up. We're ready. We're ready for what's to come, right? This is about to be insane. This is about to be real insanity here. So I can't wait for the next chapter whenever we return. Obviously, we've got the Gear 5 episode next week. And then, or this week, and then the following episode is going to be a Chapter 1045 adaptation. Is going to be just as crazy, if not crazier. So, we're going to have a lot of One Piece stuff. Which means I think when the series comes back, won't that be Netflix week? No, at the 18th. No, we'll still be a week's away. So, or like a week and a half away. Regardless, we're going to be good. We're going to have a lot of content to cover. This chapter can be endlessly talked about. This was awesome. Dude, they gave us an around the world chapter mid-arc. And the way that it transitioned back into Egghead was brilliant. Brilliant, man. Maybe it's my love for the Straw Hats and that bias here, but God, I love this chapter, man. I did, bro. And you know, this is like the perfect chapter for me because, you know, earlier this week when I was face to face with my own mortality, I was like, son, man, I ain't trying to go yet, bro. I gotta see the end of One Piece. You know what I mean? I gotta see the end of One Piece. I'm not trying to go yet, bro. I gotta see the Straw Hats again, man. Little did I know, we were actually gonna see the Straw Hats again, bro. It just makes me so happy. Like, we've spent this entire time, you know, around the world seeing all the amazing characters. But like I told y'all earlier, I really wanted to see the Straw Hats, man. Like, so bad. But let's go to the supers. We're not doing a long stream today because I'm still recovering. So we'll do the supers, and then we'll call it a little bit after that. But man, I really appreciate y'all, bro. We had so many people in here on a Friday night. Y'all are the best. And like Vortex says, Aqua Laguna makes a lot more sense. Before I go into the supers, that is a great point, Vortex, about Aqua Laguna. That is so true. That is so true. Aqua Laguna making more sense. Yeah. Now it makes more sense when that massive behind tsunami comes in. Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and read the supers here. But before I do that, once again, a massive thank you for being patient with me. Once again, things out of my control happened this week. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to record this till today. So I thank you for being here. Everyone who was here. We had a lot of people here on a Friday night. Way later than normal. I was honestly, I was, in the back of my head, I was like, man, it is way too late. You know what I mean? Like, if anyone shows up, it'll be a blessing. The fact that 500 of y'all were here was really cool, man. So I appreciate y'all for that. Once again, for those of you that are here, before I read the supers, we're going to be going live for the Gear 5 episode tomorrow. Because I'm still in the recovery process, I don't know when I'll get the afterthoughts out, but I can promise you we're going to be talking about this chapter and tomorrow's episode as the week progresses. I still don't know about the opening and ending thing. I was told that we're seeing an ending, but we might not see an opening tomorrow, so I don't know. Regardless, I want to do videos on that as well, so it's going to be a packed week. Hopefully, we can make videos on there, but we will, because I'm feeling pretty good right now. So we'll be there tomorrow, though, no matter what. So if you're looking forward to that, tomorrow at around this time, what is it, 9:30? Around 9:30, 10 p.m. we're gonna be going live. I'm gonna try my hardest to get the episode up because I'm sure Crunchyroll's gonna break. I was sent by my subscribers and by a few people who are keeping in contact with me about the Gear 5 cinema stuff, because I told individuals to keep me updated on if you're going to be attending events. Which, by the way, if you're here in the chat and you're attending any Gear 5 events tomorrow, whether it be wherever your country is, whether it be here in the United States, wherever it is, please let me know, man. Like, send me I don't care if it's a photo, a video, whatever it is about the event you're going to, how big or small that it's doing, because this is going to be a major event. I saw like 25 photos whenever I logged back on today that were sent to me from like places like Saudi Arabia and Honduras and my homeland, Puerto Rico, Mexico. I saw so many places that are going to be doing an event for Gear 5, and so if you're going to be attending any of those events, please let me know and hit me up on any social media platform. I love that type of stuff, man. So send them my way, and I would love to give you a retweet or whatever the case may be, because a lot of people want to see that stuff. So if you're going to go to one of those events, please make sure, put it out there, make it public, because people like myself are going to be looking for that tomorrow. Regardless, we'll be here in my house on stream reacting to that episode, hopefully with the Treasure Cruise unit in hand, and of course watching all of that content. So it's going to be a really exciting weekend. But let's get into the super chats here. Starting us off here, we have Sarab D. Wagmer, who comes in with the 100s and says, "Bro, it's 5:50 a.m. here in India. Nothing but love to you, Sarab Wagmer, man. Holy flagnards. I just woke up, started notification, joined the stream right when you were doing the intro, starting the day with peak." Yo, Sarab D. Wagmer is truly starting the day with peak. I know Presno, shout out to Presno. Presno, I don't know if you're still here, but Presno, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. So, Presno's going to bed, Sarab D. Wagmer is waking up. So nothing but love to you, Sarab D. Wagmer. Yo, thank you for being here. I appreciate you starting the day with peak. Lunar 174 comes in with the membership to the channel. I appreciate you, Lunar. Thank you so much for joining the Kingdom of Awesome Sauce. Instant Messenger Sama comes in with a 5 and says, "About time, King. Imu told you so. We don't take it no more." I should have known when Instant Messenger Sama super chatted that we were going to see the real Instant Messenger Sama. And I just wasn't expecting. Bro, who in their right minds would expect an Imu chapter so close from another one? An Imu chapter, man. An Imu chapter. Then here I see the smile with the hole. You're a sicko, Imu. Thank you for the super appreciation. Danielle C with the Endings Lobby 2.0 thing. I definitely want to talk about that for a bit. Alert 3000 comes in with membership for the Kingdom of Santa Hats. Appreciate you, Alert 3000. Thank you for joining the Kingdom of Santa Hats. Lonely Mage comes in with a 10. Imu was shaking physically in that panel. That's a great point. I tossed my laptop and I can't make it over there. Let me pull up the chapter here. That's a great point. Let me look at that Imu panel. Yeah, Imu right here is shaking visibly, bro. Yo, that is so true. Like, I noticed the lines around, but I thought it was just like vibrations. That's interesting. I love how Imu's still silhouetted. That's so cool. That's so cool. They were so callous when wanting it tested in Lucia, but now shaking. Imu getting PTSD, the Void Sentry. Lonely Mage, that's a great point. Now with the sea level rising a meter, because we speculated this here on this channel before, and of course on other channels, about what happened in the Void Sentry whenever that caused the Noah to carry all those people, right? Probably is a biblical reference with the flood that caused the actual Noah to save, right, a 2 of every type of animal to ensure the survival of many different species as the world was reset. And I always made that connection to what Oda was trying to do with the Void Sentry, with the reset that happened in the world, especially after what we got in Wano with that section being completely underwater. So I was like, wait a minute. Then, while I was reading that panel, that struck me as well, like, wait, if it's going up by a meter again, and the narrator, Oda specifically, is letting us know that the sea level rose a meter to, like, tsunamis are being caused, the water level might cause, like, a flood around, it's even flooding houses, sharks are entering houses. So it's like, man, it really looks like that type of scenario may be happening once more. So you're right, that might be Imu thinking back to the Void Century and being like, wait a minute. Are we really doing the right thing here? We might, the Great Cleansing could be that. Another reset. For them to start over again. I would not rule out the possibility that the Great Cleansing could be that great reset to the world. That's so interesting. So does that mean the original reset was caused in Enies Lobby? And then they established one of their main judicial headquarters on top of that hole? Dude, that changes the game, man. It really does. You know, when O'Hara made that theory, shout out to O'Hara, about, like, Enies Lobby, the One Piece, all that stuff, it really made me think about how endgame Enies Lobby could be in regards to its placement on the island, stuff of that nature, the whole. But this chapter really does put into perspective just how endgame that place could actually be, man. It's so interesting. So just thank you, Lonely Mage. That's a great comment. Great comment. Sarabdi Wagmere comes in with a hundo and says, Ennie's lobby hole gotta be the most important because they destroyed the island and covered up with Ennie's lobby. Also, Straw Hat's your back, baby. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so Darkest says in the comment section in response to what I was saying earlier that that potentially Imu, like I was thinking about when I was reading the chapter, that Imu was shaking because of the earthquake happening. Even though, so that actually goes to show how strong the earthquake is. If it's hitting someone who's all the way up in the sky, the earthquake is hitting so hard that it's forcing even individuals all the way up in the air to visibly shake like that. That's actually nuts. That's like really, really nuts. So regardless of whether Imu had PTSD or that shake was caused by the earthquake, it could have been both. It could have been both. So, going back to Sarah D. Wagmere's comment here, Ennie's lobby hole gotta be most important because it destroyed the island and covered up with Ennie's lobby. That's so true. That's so true. But that makes me think Sarah D. Wagmere, right? Because whenever I saw the panel, I was like, wait. I thought this was their first time using the mother frame. They had to test it. So then, did they have something back in the Void Century that was like the mother frame and was gone? The original mother frame. Maybe powered by the ancient energy source that was so prevalent in ancient society that caused this massive hole under Ennie's lobby. Because then it's like, then, I don't know, man. That stuff is really, really causing the brain to move. Because then it's like, okay, if they had the original mother frame back then that that Vegapunk recreated, as we were talking about back in chapter 1086, about this thing, one-time usage, Dragon was like, why wait until now to use this? And now we're seeing the repercussions of using it now. It's like, man. And they want it again? Like, they were not satisfied with this one use? Imu sent Jupiter to have the conversation with York. I'm be like, wait a minute. You gotta understand, dog. If you're capable of making this again, we need you. Like, can you replicate the mother frame? It's like, it's so interesting. It's so interesting. Sarah B. Wagmere, thank you. Mig Donalds. Mig Donalds comes in with a fire and says, how crazy will Saturn go on Egghead knowing Joy Boy has his ancient weapon held hostage? That's what I'm saying. And the fact that Straw Hats allowed it, going back to what Wagmere said in regards to Straw Hats are back, like, bro, first panel back, they're like, yo, come and get it. Come and get it. We have, Zoro has the blade over York's throat. It's like, yo, come and get it. If y'all are about it, come and get it. Kizaru, come and get it. Garcia Saturn, JD Legend, come and get it. Come and get it, man. God, that is so peak. That is so peak, dude. So peak. But seriously, how crazy is Saturn and Kizaru going to go now that they know this is happening? Kizaru has to awaken. But are we going to see? I mean, obviously, we've been thinking about it. Now that Luffy's eating meat, I'm almost 100% sure that the reason why we got the hint within the flashback that Garcia Saturn has Mythical Zoan is because we're about to get that Mythical Zoan versus Mythical Zoan bout with Garcia Saturn and Luffy. And if we get that, dude, if after Luffy eats meat, he can enter Gear 5 again, oh, bro, we are in for the greatest climax to a One Piece arc, man. This will be right up there with the Marineford climax and like the most craziest of climaxes where stuff's just popping off, like all the legendary climaxes in the series, like you name it, man. This is gonna be right up there with them. Are you kidding me, bro? Mythical, yo, Luffy in Gear 5. Kizaru awakening, the boys, Zoro and Sanji, utilizing their new techniques, rest of the Straw Hats going in, Vegapunk, and then with Kizaru and Garcia Saturn, Blackbeard's crew, oh, man. Thank you, McDonald's. Appreciate you, but Saturn's gonna go crazy. Saturn will use his mythical zone. Will use his mythical zone now, for sure. Maki Man 117 with a 2. Coach, interesting chapter, dope last panel. Dude, that last chapter went hard, man. It went so hard. So hard. Thank you, Maki Man. Appreciate you. Super Alatrian comes in with a 10 and says, notice when we cut back to Egghead Siege. Oh, that's so interesting, right? Because when I first read the title of the chapter, I thought the Under Siege part was referring to the island full of lead. And like Under Siege from like the Blackbeard Pirates, or a siege from like the Marines in some sort of capacity with like what was happening with Kuzan pulling back, whatever it is. It was all Marine stuff, but because we've been far from Egghead for so long, and going around the world, I was like, yo, the last thing on my mind was coming back to Egghead. I was like, all right, another Around the World chapter. We got an Around the World chapter and an Egghead chapter, bro. Oda makes a point to show most big players eating. Yeah, Super Alatreon. Fork with bread, ramen, Luffy's eating meat. They're fueling up, calm before the storm, possibly some last meals. We got a Kizaru flashback in this chapter, man. I love I'm not one of the individuals who, and I don't know if anybody out there saying this, that Kizaru is going to get mollywopped. All right, this is an Admiral, brother. All right, this is that guy. So when he pulls up, I'm gonna be on full high alert. The only difference is, I believe that my boys can handle the situation at hand. This ain't Sabaody Archipelago. This ain't us pre-Wano. This is post-Wano, mid-Egghead. Straw Hat Crew, Emperor Straw Hat Crew. Let Kizaru and Garcia Saturn pull up. We're taking care of business. We're taking care of business, bro. Yo, I can't wait to see Kizaru going all out. Dude, his masterclass introduction is still one of my favorites, where he just bodies all the supernovas. If Kizaru pulls up and actually decides to go, oh my goodness, bro, this man's gonna go so crazy. He's gonna go crazy. He is gonna go crazy, man. He's gonna go crazy. I can't wait. I can't wait. But Super Alatreon is spitting. All the big players were eating. Garcia Saturn is getting ready to box. Kizaru's getting ready to box. And the King is refueling his Gear 5 energy, man. We're ready, son. Thank you, Super Alatreon. Derek O'Rivia comes from the 415 days since Recon's last Kingdom reaction video. Don't remind me. It's been a year since I've read the greatness of Kingdom, man. I apologize to the people waiting on Kingdom, man. I really am. I really am, bro. Appreciate you, Derek O'Rivia. Kosh Panda comes in with a 2 months and says, Coach, I'm happy to inform you that since last Saturday, drums have been officially classified as cooking utensils because they cook with those drums. You heard him. That was a bar. That was a bar right there. Since last Saturday, drums have been officially classified as cooking utensils. They have. Dude, those drums, if you guys have not watched last week's episode, for episode 1070, at the very least, watch the last 3 minutes. The last 3 minutes of the episode are some of the best stuff in the entire series. The drums of liberation, dude, and they sound so peak, and the way they, oh my god, the drums of liberation, Joy Boy has returned, legendary, just legendary, bro, just legendary. So, excuse me, Akash Panda spitting, they cook with those drums, they cooked, all right. Then Akash Panda goes with the 5 and says, the Go with the Coat returns after 4.5 months. We haven't seen our dog in so long, bro. So long. York said, I have the Gorosei backing me, and Luffy said, go ahead, call him. Bro, that's my Yonko. That's exactly what I said to Akash Panda. Like, yo, Luffy. York was like, yo, are you going to let me call my backup? Usopp was holding Nenenushi and was like, yo, call him. Call him. Call all the Gorosei. Call Imu. Call the Mother Frame. This brother told him, yo, get your boys, get your homies, They ain't gonna do nothing. They ain't gonna do nothing, man. Yo, that's my MC, man. That is my MC, bro. That's crazy, man. That is actually crazy. Thank you, Akash Panda. Peter Falk comes in with a 5 and says, the cow in the cover page. Oh my goodness, a comment on the cow. Has devil fruit swirls which may be foreshadowing Saturn using Awakening in this arc. You know what, Peter Falk, I'm right there with you. I think based on the trajectory of everything, considering what's happening right now, of the intensity, considering what York just yelled, it is going to force their hand. So if it's going to force their hand, I'm fully expecting Awakening from Kizaru and seeing the mythical Zoan state of Sanjay Garcia Saturn. And I would not be surprised if he awakens as well, like you said. Where we have awakened Luffy in Gear 5 and awakened Saturn, which would be pinnacle fiction. Pinnacle fiction. As the first arc in the final saga? Are you kidding me? Pinnacle fiction. Absolutely. I'm right there. I don't know if that's foreshadowing for Saturn using his... Actually, no, you're right, because the cow and the bull thing, that's Saturn! Oh, I never put 2 and 2 together. Y'all must have been watching me say that and be like, dude, put 2 and 2 together. That's Saturn, potentially. That's so true. Because he already did that before with the football cover page. That it had the Straw Hats and then the cow thing. Oh, man, I was tripping. I was so focused on the cow pig thing, I didn't even think about that. That's so true, Peter Falk. Thank you. Then Peter Falk comes in with a 2 and says this arc is an inverse parallel to Sabaody. And it has been throughout the course of the entire time, right? Like, the parallel to Sabaody, now we're seeing the callbacks to Enies Lobby, has been this entire time Oda telling us, like, yo, go back to that arc. That arc is extremely important for what I'm about to say. If Saul being alive, if the emphasis and focus on all this voice entry information, the Kuzan stuff, if all of these callbacks to Enies Lobby have not by themselves been stuck in our brain, Oda was like, brother, I had to spoon feed you now. Talking to me. Being like, yo, that arc is even more important than you initially thought. And I already think Enies Lobby is one of the most important arcs in the series, obviously. But it's like, yo, he's putting the spoon in my mouth and he's like, yo, the hole under Enies Lobby. Like, this entire arc has been go back and reread Enies Lobby and Sabaody. I mean, so just like how Wano was like the ultimate go back and reread through the arc. Like, man. Seriously. Thank you, Peter Falk. Issei Messenger Sama comes back with a 5 and says, imagine broadcasting all of Kuma's memories to the world. Could you... Oh my goodness, I didn't even think about that. Kuma's flashback. If they broadcast Kuma's memories to the world, that would be the worst case scenario for the WG. The worst case scenario. I'm pretty sure we would see so many things that they would like despise to see broadcasted all over the world. That would be a great situation for a lot of people. I mean, I don't know if I would want someone's... I mean, from a storytelling standpoint, that would be awesome. From a me standpoint, that would suck for Kuma. Like, the brother's personal memories being exposed, that would suck. From a storytelling standpoint, that would be pretty insane. That would be pretty insane, Issei Messenger-sama. Broadcasting Kuma's memories, especially if Kuma's memories have a link to God Valley and stuff, and to those little dragons, which you saw within that little part, oh man. Crazy. Crazy, Issei Messenger-sama. You're spitting. Very well could be a possible scenario. LJ comes with a 916 with a 10. Comes with a 916. LJ 916 comes in with a 10 and says, I know, of course, it's being implied the Mother Flame is what caused the earthquake, but what's weird is that it is stated this is now 6 days after Lucia was erased. That's also a great point. But at the same time, LJ, it makes sense because, like Vortex was brought up earlier, the Agua Laguna has been happening non-stop for a while, right? And now we can assume it's basically because of that hole back in Enies Lobby. So it might be that no matter how long, as long as that hole is there, a tsunami will take place every so often. The thing is about this one, though, this one is this is a worldwide scale earthquake. Whereas the Aqua Laguna just comes and causes a tsunami. This is a worldwide skill, though. I thought it was Whitebeard's fruit there for a second. I thought Blackbeard was moving. So, little fun theory incoming. Oh, and the following comments your fun theory. What if the earthquake tsunami was Blackbeard using his fruit somewhere? Oh, so you're of the mindset of what I was initially thinking before I read the Mother Frame stuff. Maybe even when Awakened now. We're only seeing the side effects as a misdirect, making us think it was the weapon doing it. Ah, the classic Oda misdirection. That's interesting. So I'm going to go one of two answers with this, LJ. If Oda wants us to believe the Aqua Laguna was caused by the hole, then the Mother Flame is what caused the earthquake. I strongly believe that. However, if you're right and this is Oda's classic use of misdirection, then what is causing Blackbeard to do this? What is causing Blackbeard to create these massive earthquakes? What's causing that? Now I'm interested when we come back to Blackbeard. I mean, I'm always interested when we come back to Blackbeard, but now even more so, because there's always going to be that implication as well. But for right now, I'm going to stick with the Mother Flame thing, especially with the Aqua Laguna connection. But if it is Blackbeard, that would be insanely hype and so cool. Really cool use of misdirection, which we know Oda's done in the past for this. So I think that's really, really cool. LJ, I like that theory. Daniel C comes with a 5 and says, the chapter says this is the biggest earthquake in history, which means Enies Lobby was during the Void Century. That's a great point. Which means Enies Lobby, just like we were talking about earlier, the Judicial Island was established during the Void Century, which means that the last time the Mother Flame, like we talked about earlier, was used, could have potentially been using the ancient energy source, the infinite energy source they attempted to replicate now, and that caused maybe what was the original end of the world, right? That reset the verse. So that's looking more and more likely the more we think about this. So thank you, Daniel C. Appreciate you. Michael Mickles! Membership for 19 months. We've had membership for 19 months, dude. That's crazy. Nothing but love to you, Michael, man. I'm glad you're recovering from whatever is wrong. Notes, Bonnie was called a little girl by Garcia. York sent the Mother Flame. That V Admiral lost a match versus HBK. That Vice Admiral lost a match versus Shawn Michaels. Arlong was... Dude! Tell me how I thought about that, right? Because of the connection with the East Blue earlier on in the chapter. I was like, yeah, this is definitely Arlong there. This is most certainly Arlong, right? But I think that's hilarious. The Vice Admiral losing a match versus Shawn Michaels is hilarious. But going back to your other notes. So, with the Bonnie being called Little Girl by Garcia, that fascinates me. And also the other thing about her, about them no longer having use for her. But Garcia was like, let her live. I don't know if that's his sense of remorse and guilt, or if they genuinely believe they still have use for her in the future. It's interesting. York sending the Mother Flame to me, that makes perfect sense. As was stated here. And potentially replicating such a thing as well, right? But it's just... so many things to dissect from this chapter, man. So many things. But Arlong definitely was a shark in that house. Definitely was a shark in that house. Thank you, Michael Mickles. I appreciate you. Man, but we're recovering, brother. We're recovering. We'll be hopefully back to 100% soon. But even then, even if we're not, we're here. We are here. Zach Omar comes in with a 5, says, if the coach is here, we're here. Amen to that. Well, I'm here. What's your guess on the location of Blackbeard Pirates? They pulled up the day before, right? That's the thing. So, if the Blackbeard Pirates are on the island, if it's Lafitte and Katarina Devon, they might be right around the corner. The stealth specialist and Katarina Devon, who can transform into anyone, they could be anyone within that panel we saw, or Lafitte could be anywhere within that island, potentially running into Robin. We don't know. That would be very intriguing. Lafitte running into Robin as she's going into that room. And Stussy wasn't in that panel either. Or Kaku. Right? I don't think I saw Kaku. So Kaku, Stussy, and Robin, from what I remember, were not in that panel. So if they were not in that panel, then potentially running into Lafitte and Devon. That's actually not out of the realm of possibility, man. I'm gonna say my guess on the location of Bobby Pirates is Zach Omar. I'm gonna say Cadre and Devon is either one of the people that was in that last panel, or Cadre and Devon and Lafitte are both pulling up to where Robin is. I'm gonna say that. It's just they're the stealth specialists, man. They could be anywhere. Their objective could not even be Robin. It could be something entirely different. That they're taking advantage of the chaos here to go get that thing. They could actually be going for something else. What about if they're going for the Iron Giant? I mean, why would they need that? But it's so interesting to me. I do wonder, Zach Omar. I do. But thank you for the super. Same comes in with membership for 1 month. Says it's the first time since 800 years ago since the weapon was used on Annie's lobby. Yes. Also think Mother Frame is a power source which powers the ancient weapon. Very well. Okay, so you think the Mother Frame is the power source that powers the ancient weapon, which is why York was talking about the fusion reactor. Okay, so that's interesting. So you still think it's Uranus, but you think it's Mother Frame that's powering the Uranus. Interesting. But the first time being used since 800 years ago on Annie's lobby, 100%. 100%. That might have been what caused the original reset of the verse. Which to me, once again, is so fascinating considering that is when we first started really getting, like, specific details in the Void Century. Was in that arc. So it's like, man, Oda, goodness gracious. But thank you, Same. But that's interesting. The power source. Sarabdi Wagner comes with a hundo. York said something about the reactor. With the fusion reactor, I think Vegapunk made the energy source for the existing firing mechanism, not the whole death machine. Right. So making the energy source for the thing that already exists, right? Not the entire machine. Yes, absolutely. So this potentially, or it could just be a replica, right, of something that existed in the past, like we just talked about, because they were specifically asking York, can you replicate the Mother Flame, whatever it is, whether it's this source or whether it's this massive weapon, whatever it is, they want to know if they can replicate it. And this is something that's been repeated endlessly throughout Egghead. The idea that Vegapunk can replicate certain things from the Void Century. So, the original coming from the Void Century, to me, makes a lot of sense. But what really, really fascinates me is how it can be replicated. What is being replicated, you know? It's fascinating. Especially whenever you bring the fusion reactor, like you said. Thank you, Sarabdi Wagner. I appreciate you. Shine Yi Yint comes in with a 5 and says, see young Aokiji with Garp, now we see Kizaru with Vegapunk in one arc, but wish we got more of Punk and Kizaru. You know, Shiny Yint, I think we'll be seeing more of Punk and Kizaru. Especially if, or not if, I mean, we know for a fact. We know for a fact that, that we are going to be seeing more of Kizaru. So if we see more of Borsalino, there is going to be that possibility that we get, same way we got with like young Kuzan, young Garp, that we get a young Borsalino section as well. So I think we're still in for some more young Borsalino stuff, Shiny, and don't you worry about that. The longer they stay here, the more prevalent Kizaru is going to be, the more likely that flashback is incoming. So excited for that. Excited for that. Thank you, Shine. Miles Smiles comes in, and like always, love your Gear 5 profile picture. Membership for 1 month. Yo, King, glad to see you're doing well. Imagine if the Shadow Saturn kidnaps Robin. Oh, yeah, what was that shadow? Yeah, it's true! Excuse me, what was that shadow thing? Imagine if Shadow Saturn kidnaps Robin. That would be another reason for Luffy to fight Saturn. I mean, they would have we saw in Wano that they still want to kidnap and capture Nico Robin. Capturing Robin and eliminating Luffy. That is the two things that the Gorosei want to do more than anything else. The Shadow Saturn thing is interesting. So do you believe that Saturn can, like, send his shadow before he gets here? Like, to send his shadow to fight? That's actually kind of wild. Like a Pokemon? It's actually kind of wild. Or are you saying that, Miles Smiles, that this isn't what's happening right now, that it's something that could happen? Right? Like, that Saturn will kidnap Robin, and that forces Luffy to fight Saturn, or attempts to capture Robin. Regardless, that would most certainly give Luffy another reason to fight Saturn. But I think Saturn really, really, really wants to box Luffy right now, after what was just stated in this chapter. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. But I appreciate you, Miles Smiles. Thank you. That would be crazy. And I really want Saturn to have a conversation with Robin and Luffy about the Nika stuff, the Joy Boy stuff, the 800 years ago stuff, all that stuff. And for me, I would love Robin to be there. But thank you. It's the Master Sama comes in with a 10 and says, King, what is your opinion when it comes to the Emerald City mentioned by Bellamy? And might this be one of the last arcs we're about to experience? This is definitely one of the last arcs we're about to experience. We're on the final stretch for sure. Got around. I always believed Egghead, because, like I said, like Sabaody, it's going to start that final stretch of arcs. Like Sabaody, Amazon Lily, Impel Down, Marineford, Post-War, stuff like that. We're in that first final stretch, for sure. Now, how long each arc ends up being, I don't know. But the fact remains that for sure, I do believe this is one of the last arcs. But the Emerald City stuff is always fascinating me, Imu, because I remember when Dressrosa was happening, we were like, is the Emerald City the thing in Dressrosa, right, with Greenbit? Is that the actual Emerald City? Or is the Emerald City going to be something that we're going to explore later on? Regardless, because Oda's brought it up within this series, I'm never going to rule out the possibility that we go to it, but because we only have a few arcs left, I do wonder. The Emerald City could very well end up being our way into Laugh Tale, right? Or something along those lines. But if we haven't already gone there, if we haven't already seen it, then it would be interesting to definitely go there. I would love to go there, if we haven't gone there already, right? But thank you, Instant Master Sama. Like I said, we're definitely in the last stretch, though, for sure. We still got a couple years left, but we're starting the final stretch. Derek Rivia comes on the 2 and says, please read below comment, can't afford the characters. Let me see. Akainu and Aokiji were vice admirals at Ohara, so it's possible that one or two of these vice admirals we are seeing are future admiral level. My guess would be Doll and the guy with the glasses. Can't underestimate them. Buster call the Buster call. Derek of Rivia, as much as I love your comment, I can't believe that you said the guy with the glasses and not the Crimson Chin. Not the Super Chin. Are you kidding me? Why not the Super Chin, man? I love the idea, but yo, screw the guy with the glasses. Give us the Super Chin. The Super Chin, man. Come on, bro. But nah, Derek of Rivia, that's a great point. They at one point in time were vice admirals, no doubt. No doubt. LJ916 comes in with a 10 and says, if Robin is with Stussy and Kaku, making their way to Bonnie right now, do you think Robin will learn more about the past from Bonnie and the bubble, or maybe she knows how to activate The giant robot. If Robin is with Stussy and Kaku making their way to Bonnie right now, do you think Robin will learn more about the past from Bonnie and the bubble? Or maybe she knows how to activate the giant robot. So, you think that Robin may potentially have knowledge on how to activate the giant robot? That would be a major twist within this arc. Major twist. So, I agree with Subra that Robin is potentially in the Kuma room, right? That maybe attempting to find Bonnie, who is currently with the rest of the Straw Hats, they make their way to the Kuma room. Stussy and Robin run. The giant robot thing fascinates me because Oda doesn't introduce anything without having something that could potentially take place with that arc. So now that we know the giant robot is there, I'm meant to believe that that thing may just move within this arc. Or we might just see it here so it can move later on. But because it's the final saga, it might just end up moving here within this arc. Regardless, man, oh man, dude, that would be insane. That would be really cool. That would actually be hilarious because Robin's always making fun of Frankie and anything of this sort when it comes to that type of stuff. So for Robin to be the one to activate the giant robot would actually be really, really ironic. I'd be down for that. I'd be down for that. But thank you, LJ. I appreciate you. St. Marcus Lem says level 10 Yacht chapter. That's for sure, man. So Mouse thinks Kaku and Stussy are somewhere else. So you believe Kaku and Stussy are somewhere else entirely from Robin. Super says the giant robot will play a major role through in the climax fight. Yes, definitely want that to be the case. Bonnie can use your fruit in the giant robot? Yeah, that's true, Emma M. That's true. Iron Giant going to move because Kuma's a parallel to it. Very well could be the case, yep. Maybe it activates with some ancient language. Ah, LJ, now you're spitting. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Like, it could be like some sort of activation code or something. That's interesting. That's actually super cool. I mean, I definitely expect Robin to get more Void Sentry info here, but for her to be face-to-face with this thing that is directly connected to the Void Sentry, that to me is going to be super cool. Super, super cool. It's insane that nobody remembers him, and I still believe the shadow is him. Caribou, I forgot Caribou. Yeah, shout out to the Caribou. What do you think happened to the Seraphim units? Did they defeat them or gain back control over them? Hank, that's a great question. Because I didn't see them in the panel, I'm going to assume they got defeated. That's my assumption, Hank. Because we didn't see them in the panel. If we didn't see them in the panel, or if we did see them in the panel, I would be like, okay, yeah, then they got taken over. But because we didn't see them in the panel, I'm led to assume they got defeated. But they also could have gotten control back, and now they're like out there ready for the Admirals to come in to fight against them. That could be the case as well. Which, that would be crazy. We have the Seraphim on our side. But for right now, I'm going to say they got defeated. For sure. How many years of One Piece do you think are left? I mean, rate we're going, I'm still sticking with my 4 to 5, right? But that's because I know Oda wants to wrap things up. Just based on how this arc has been structured so far, you can tell Oda's trying to wrap things up, man. He's going hard. He's going hard to wrap things up as soon as possible. But ladies and gentlemen, I don't think my body can handle sitting in this chair any longer. I appreciate y'all for being here. I need to go lay down. I'll be back tomorrow. Ah, man. But thank y'all so much for being here. Please, if I did not get to one of your comments, I'll be putting up the afterthoughts posts here soon so we can discuss this chapter. Probably not going to be able to get to it on Sunday, considering I'm still going to be dealing with the Gear 5 Aftermath stuff. But now that we're on break, I don't have to worry about that. We'll be back with the afterthoughts next week, and we'll be coming back tomorrow. Gear 5 episode tomorrow. We are going to be here no matter what. I just hope that Crunchyroll doesn't break, because, man, then we're going to be here for a long time. We're going to be here for a long time, so I hope it doesn't break. I know the episode's being played all over the world. Like I was going to say earlier, because I know a lot of you are going to be watching through Roger sites, I don't know what we're going to do. If the episode drops and it's out and it's available, I'm going to have to watch it. Because it might not be available later on, right? So, for those of you who wait for the Roger sites, which is like, that'll drop like at 10:15, 10:20. I don't know how tomorrow's going to go. It's going to be a crazy day. But we're going to be here for all that craziness, so we'll see y'all tomorrow. I hope all of you have an awesome sauce of a day. Thank you so much. We're going to get some rest, and I will see y'all. This was an awesome chapter, man. I really loved it. My Straw Hats, my Yonko is back. Garcia Saturn's pulling up. The Gorosei are pulling up. Or at least Garcia Saturn and Kizaru are pulling up. The Gorosei are mad. Instant Master Sun was in this chapter. I felt like One Piece was ending in this chapter with all the crazy devices. Laboon was in this chapter. And just the Straw Hats, that final panel was epic. Gear 5 tomorrow. I'm about to take my talents online, so please, like I said at the beginning earlier, if there's any new Gear 5 information for the episode, or if you're watching this episode in cinemas, whatever it is, or gatherings, please let me know. I'm going to be keeping up with all the hype throughout the day, and if I'm healthy enough, I want to record a video for that tomorrow as well. So we'll see. And obviously we'll be here tomorrow night for the stream. But I will see y'all next time. Have an awesome day. Thank you so much for being here on a Friday night. We were super late, but we still had mad people in here, so nothing but love to y'all. The Drums of Liberation are going to sound off. The greatest chapter is getting animated tomorrow. I can't wait. We're at a 24-hour countdown officially now, like Vortex said. Y'all have a good one. Peace out.